every time you tell me I look good in bed, I'm doing fine, but nothing ever changes. And now I see, baby, you're hurting me.
Today is a wardrobe reset day. If you live in a small space, you might be able to relate to my current situation. As you can see, things can get out of control, and they can get out of control pretty quickly. I've been traveling a lot lately, so I actually just need to get my life sort of sorted and organized after that. So I need to do some unpacking. I want to put away all my travel things that I don't normally need out, because right now they're out and they're just taking up space. It's also the time of year where I can do a bit of a seasonal change. So all my winter stuff I want to put away into storage, and I want to take out my summer stuff. You might think that I'm doing this a little bit late into the year. I know it's already June, but I live in Ireland and we don't really get much of a summer here. It kind of takes a while for it to get warm, and then whenever it is warm, it's very sporadic. So I always need to keep out some, kind of warmer clothing anyways, just a little bit. But there will be some opportunities to wear some lighter clothes, summer clothes. So I want to make sure that when the time comes, I'm ready for it. I do need to actually declutter my wardrobe. So I've been living here for about a year now. So I think it's a good time for me to actually do a little bit of an assessment, see what clothes I haven't worn that I think I can part ways with, or maybe even just, if your style's changed a little bit and you can say goodbye to some clothing. So I think what I'm going to do today is that really intimidating Marie Kondo thing where she takes everything out of the wardrobe and puts it on the bed. The point of this, first of all, is so that you can actually organize your items, which is nice, rather than just like sifting through the items in the closet one by one. We're going to pull everything out so then we can really see what items I have. And then also, kind of the point is to take accountability for your belongings as well. When you see that massive pile, it is a little bit of a reality check just on how much stuff you own. I'm not a minimalist. I've never claimed to be a minimalist, but I do live in a small space and I like to be intentional about the things that I own. So yeah, I think it's important to every so often just go through your belongings, make sure that they're still serving you, and if they're not, donate them on. And then of course, even more importantly, is to be very aware and conscious before you bring items into your closet. If you're new to the channel, my name is Grace. I am a Canadian currently living in Dublin, Ireland. I live in a very small, very average apartment. I like to make a lot of videos about my life here in Ireland, and then just a lot of cozy, relatable videos about living in a small space. If any of that sounds good to you, I would love if you subscribe. But in the meantime, let's get organizing. The first thing I'm going to do, just because it's so visually distracting, is get rid of all these jackets. Again, we live in such a small space. We don't have a separate closet to hang our coats, and we don't have, anywhere in our entryway really where we can hang our coats. So we hang them all on the back of this door. Definitely not my favorite because they stick out so much. But again, we're living in such a small space. We have to be practical here. And this is the only place really, or the best place for us to hang our coats. So I'm going to just take everything off and I'm going to go stick it on the living room couch because these things belong to both me and Steve, and I'm going to go through all of that at the end probably. Just a quick note, I have a very wide angle lens on the camera right now just so that you can actually see everything. When I have my normal lens on the camera, you don't get the perspective at all. So when you have a wide angle lens on, it makes everything look bigger. Just keep that in mind. Like you're seeing a lot more of the room than what you normally can. And if I'm sort of in the distance, it also makes me look a lot smaller than I am. Just wanted to let you know, the tricks of cameras and whatnot. Good a time at any to go through my handbags or my purses. They all kind of serve a different purpose. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm actually gonna be getting rid of any handbags today. This one is kind of a good medium-sized bag. I bring this if I'm going to be putting my small camera in the bag, my little DJI Osmo. It also fits an umbrella, so that's handy. So I use this often enough, but it's not, an everyday sort of thing. This is a very cute little summer purse. that I just got recently from Dunn's, and I've been making good use out of this actually, so I'm definitely keeping that. I thrifted this bag a while ago in Birmingham actually, and I do really like it. I don't have any other brown bags, so yeah, that's one to keep as well. This is a handy little crossbody. I wear this very often as well, especially in the summer, to be honest. I wear it even more, so yeah. This I got recently at Oisho, I think that's how you say it, when we were in Ibiza. But this is another little crossbody. It kind of looks like a, you know, like a Lululemon dupe. And I got this actually for when I'm in the gym and I need to keep some things close to me, because you can actually, you know, wear this around your waist, like an actual waist bag. What are we calling these things? Bum bag? I got this recently enough, and to be honest, I kind of forgot that it existed because it was underneath all of those coats. So I need to just make sure that I keep this handier. Maybe I'm going to actually store it with my gym stuff. Or again, I just need to make sure that it's visible to me so that I actually use it. This is a really fun bag. The light's a little crazy in here, so don't mind it. But this is, you know, like a fun metallic bag. You can fit way more stuff in here. It's more of what, like a shopper bag, I guess. So again, very different than my other bags. I don't end up using it that often, but this is my reminder to use it. And if in, you know, like 6 months from now or whatever, I still don't use it, then we can reevaluate, but I want to give this a chance for me to actually use it. And then this is a bag that I've had for years, maybe even a decade. It's a really nice little small handbag, another crossbody bag, which I like because I hate whenever you actually have to physically carry a bag, you know, like in my hand, I mean. I'd like to wear a bag. And this is something that is very classic. I will use this especially, you know, on a night out or any kind of more formal situation. I haven't really been using it much day to day recently, but it's something in my wardrobe that has been a staple for a long time and I definitely get use out of. There you go. I'm not getting rid of any handbags today. That's okay. I didn't really think I was going to, so I'm okay with that. This room is too small and too narrow for an actual dresser. Like I don't have a set of like a dresser drawers. So I got these things from IKEA. It is totally a love-hate relationship with them because I'm sure so many of you can relate. You know when there's that thing in your room that you just pile clothes on top of? That's what happens here. And it's so frustrating because I should just put the clothes away properly, you know, in the wardrobe or in here. And I end up just piling clothes on top and then I can't really access the clothes are in. This is just something that I need to be better at. I haven't come up with another solution yet. Like I said, there isn't enough space in here for an actual proper dresser drawers. And I've tried putting things in the wardrobe and that hasn't really worked out before too. Like I've tried putting storage containers and stuff in there, but then I can't see into them and it just gets really messy. I've got one in there and you'll see soon it's an absolute disaster. The reason why this has so much stuff on top of it right now is because I started unpacking last night, but I put all the stuff on the bed. I needed something that was in my backpack, you know, for my recent trip. And so then I put the stuff on the bed and then we got distracted doing other things. And then I come in to go to bed. The stuff is all on the bed. And by then I'm too tired to actually deal with it. So then I just picked it all up and put it on top of here. So this is why this looks like an absolute disaster. My plan is to have like a keep pile, donate pile, try on pile, maybe if I'm like not really sure if I should keep it or toss it. And then also a section for any clothes that aren't in good enough condition to donate. I'm going to bring those probably to H&M because I know they have like a recycle program. So you can bring all your old textiles there and then they're meant to recycle it. So yes.
Baby, you're my pillow, soft like dreams. 스치는 손끝마저 perfect. Now I'm pulled up. Baby, I can't look back anymore. 네 품 안에서 잠든 듯해. Hug me more. 복잡해 모든 게 시간이.
How often do you guys do closet clear outs? I probably do it twice a year myself. So essentially with the seasons, you know, switching over to winter, switching over to summer. That's when I'll go through things. I know though the best thing you can do is just stay on top of it in general. Some really good advice is anytime you buy a new item, you remove something from your closet. So you're kind of doing like a direct swap, you know, so you never get too overwhelmed. Love the general concept. I haven't been great at implementing it myself. Maybe this year will be better, but we'll see.
시간이 필요해 시끄럽기만 해 I just wanna lay here 쉬운 게 하나 없지 여긴 around and round yeah 그 순간 내게 다가오는 느낌 It's kinda like a surprise 내 맘을 간지럽히네 I'm just at ease 나의 품에 안겨.
This is what I was referring to earlier about how when I have a storage box in here, it just gets out of control and I end up piling stuff on top and then I can't find anything. This is actually a bag of stuff to be donated. As I mentioned earlier, you know, I'm attempting to, anytime I put something in my wardrobe, take something out. So I have a donation bag that I've been putting things in for a while now, but it's definitely time to get it out of the house because it's just taking up space in this wardrobe and it's space I don't have. So that's going to the charity shops. This is supposed to be my fitness clothing, but as you can see, I've ended up putting stuff on top. This is something that fell. I need to go through some of that stuff because obviously I have too much. Like, I don't need any more fitness things than what actually fits in this box. So we need to go through that today because I might go through this fitness stuff after I go through the rest of the clothing that's on the bed right now. I'm gonna get everything out of the wardrobe, go through the stuff that's on the bed, and then I can put that stuff hanging in the wardrobe again. And then I'll go through the stuff that's like for the rest of the storage area underneath the clothing. I can go through that last because I'll see what kind of space I'm working with. And yeah, I just need to make it a lot less chaotic than what it currently is.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain beauty in the mundane and as the light startled our eyes we let go of disguise and now there's something in the air.
Okay, so I got a suitcase that I'm going to put all of my winter things into. So I've just brought that in now because as I'm going through the pile, the massive pile of clothes on the bed, I'll be able to put my winter things at least into here just to kind of get a better sense of the rest of the stuff. I think the best idea is for me to do a rapid fire keep or toss, as rapid as I can make it anyways. So this, donate, keep, new swimsuit. These are some of my winter items I got from the charity shop and I have not worn much. It's tricky in Ireland because it rains so often. It can actually be like hard to wear your nice coats, you know. I think even though I didn't wear it really much this year, I only got it this year. Like I said, I got it at the charity shop, I think for like a $5, which is pretty sweet. And it does fit well. So I'm going to hold on to this for another winter season. We'll see how much use I get out of it. If I don't get much use out of it, then we can revisit at that time if I'm gonna keep it or donate it. Same thing with this. I think I will keep it, but it was one of those where it's like, this is something I got at the charity shop as well. And I just haven't really had the chance to wear. It's like a longer, you know, faux leather trench coat. And I was looking for something like this for a long time, but then now that I've gotten it, I haven't really worn it. So again, that's just something that come the fall winter season, I'll have to see if I get use out of it. It's too warm, I think, for summer. Even summer in Ireland, I think it's probably too warm. This is a winter coat that I definitely get use out of. It's like a wool winter coat where in the fall And then again in Ireland where it doesn't get very cold, you can wear it all through the winter as well. So this is definitely something for the keep pile. This is a lighter coat. This is for like summer, spring, summer. So we've just gotten into the season of wear for this, so we'll keep this out. This is one of my like signature coats. I've gotten so much use out of this, and it's very light again. So I do wear this through the summer and the spring and the fall probably in Ireland. Just, you know, in that sort of moderate temperatures. I need to try this dress on. I got this years ago at a shop here in Dublin, and I did really like it, but I have barely worn it. Especially in the last couple years, I've barely worn it. So I need to put this in my try on pile to see if I can work with this. This is a nice dress that I got for my brother's wedding. You know, just like a wedding guest dress option. It's probably really hard to see when I put that up there, and hard to see with the light. Sorry, this is a weird angle. Anyways, this is a really good wedding guest dress. So I will keep this. It's just like a sheer button down top, layering denim shirt that again I normally wear in the spring, summer, maybe a bit of fall. Denim jumpsuit. I showed you guys this before as well. I love denim, of course. I'm Canadian. This is something that I can wear in the summer in Ireland, and then also in the fall as well. This is like a summer denim jumpsuit because it is sleeveless, as you can see. And I always get use out of this in the summer, so I'll definitely keep that. I'm probably not gonna wear this in the summer now, am I? This is more of like a fall coat because it's suede. It's a little bit heavier. So I can put this away so it's not taking up space in my wardrobe for the summer. I need to try this skirt on. This skirt, maybe I even got in the same shop as that dress. It's very pretty. It's very nice fabric. It falls nicely too, but I never wear it. I should try this on to see if I can style it because I never wear it, and I should see if I can wear it because otherwise it might be time for me to pass this on to someone else. This is a good skirt that I do get use out of, but it's definitely more wintry just because it's black. I normally wear this in the winter and the fall with tights, so I can put that away with my fall winter stuff. I've got like one main blazer, and I've realized I'm not really much of a blazer girl. I just never really wear blazer. However, there are times when a blazer is called for, so I will keep it. So I've got a blazer in my wardrobe, but it's something, like I said, I don't wear that often, and I should probably challenge myself to style it because I hate whenever I've got things in there that are just sort of taking up space and waiting for that one day, you know? I feel like I need to create that day, make it happen. Basic faux leather jacket. Again, this is something you definitely wear in the summer in Ireland when you go on a night out. It's like the perfect thing to wear in that kind of situation and in the temperature that we get in the summers here. This thing I need to try on too. I probably will end up donating this. I got this at Penny's. It was like, you know, the sale rack for $5 or something, and I thought it was gonna be a good layering piece. It's like a faux suede, but I haven't really worn it, and I'm not sure why. So I'm gonna put this again in the try on pile for me to kind of think about how I can style it. I got this dress or top from COS years ago. Like maybe it's coming up on 8 or 9 years. Very basic wool, so it keeps you nice and warm in the winter, and then I like that detail that it has at the top. And then it can actually be good if skinny jeans ever come back. This could look nice actually over top of skinny jeans, so you never know. But I'll put this away in the winter stuff because it's definitely too warm for the summer. I'm gonna quickly go through the rest of this stuff, probably put it on a time lapse, and then we will reconvene when I'm done. Okay, so this is my pile of winter clothes. So heavy sweaters, coats, winter dresses, that kind of thing. As you can see, it's a mess because I was just doing a rapid fire, you know, keep or toss or winter sort of situation. I was trying to get through things as quickly as possible. So now I just am gonna go through and fold these up and make sure that they're nice and tidy and all fit into the suitcase so I can store them for the summer. But while I was doing this, it would be a good chance to catch up a little bit. Talk a little bit about TV shows, perhaps. We have been watching a lot of stuff on Disney Plus lately. So Shogun, we were finally watching Shogun. I'm a little bit gutted because I thought that Shogun was 2 seasons, but it's only 1. Apparently, they are potentially going to film another season or 2 even. But essentially, Shogun is a series based on a book that is set in Japan way back in the day. Subtitles because they do speak in Japanese quite a lot. There are moments when they're speaking in English too because one of the main characters is speaking English, so he has a translator, so of course those moments are spoken in English, but yeah, most of it's in Japanese, which is cool because actually I do like listening to the language, and I think they did a really good job too with just kind of making it feel that much more authentic then as well, because they weren't just setting this scene and then all the characters are speaking in English. They're actually speaking in Japanese. I don't know if I'm doing a very good job of selling it here, but there's a lot of action. We see a lot of stuff about, you know, Japanese culture from that time anyways, that is just so different from Western culture. It's also interesting to see how advanced their technology and like their living situation was compared to Western culture back then. They were very, very clean and orderly, you know, super ahead of the game. But yeah, so anyways, Shogun, that's been a good show. We've also been watching Tucci in Italy. So that's another show that's on Disney Plus. I think it's a National Geographic show. So that's Stanley Tucci, and he is traveling through Italy, as it says, and it's all about food culture. That Tucci is like really likable. He's such a likable guy. It's fun to watch because you get to see different parts of Italy, which is beautiful, and you know, we get to see the parts that we all kind of know more about, you know, the really Mediterranean parts, and then there's also the mountainous areas and maybe other areas that we just wouldn't hear about as much in popular culture. And he is exploring the different food in each region. It's the kind of series, at least for me, that makes me very hungry, and it makes me want to travel, and it also makes me just want to be like cooking that style of food. So since we've been watching it, we've been like very inspired to cook lots of different things, you know, either Italian style or Mediterranean style, that kind of thing. But yeah, we've been really enjoying that. And then we like flew through that, binge watched the series really quickly because it's just like such an easy, lighthearted show, which is the kind of thing, I mean, the opposite of Shogun, I suppose. After that, we watched, I can't think of what it's called, but again, on Disney Plus, National Geographic Channel, and it is the series with Anthony from Queer Eye. Essentially, each episode is with a different guest celebrity, and he is meant to be showing the celebrity where they came from. So they're looking into their heritage and discovering more about like their history, you know, going back many generations a lot of the time. And he's connecting it with food, you know, and how much food matters to us culturally and how it can impact, you know, memories and how people interact with each other and all that kind of thing. But anyways, it's a very sweet show. I think Anthony and all the guys from Queer Eye, to be honest, are just like so sweet and so likable and kind. And it was really enjoyable as well. And it was a lot of travel. So it was kind of like we went on to that show after we watched Tucci in Italy because we wanted to keep watching Tucci in Italy. And this was kind of like the next best thing that we could come across. If you guys have any other recommendations for that kind of series, so like documentary style, that's about food. And we like it to be quite lighthearted. Of course, if there's going to be like some serious topics based off of like where people are traveling, that's of course no problem. But the reason we're watching the show is because we want it to be a lighthearted, feel-good moment and be inspired you know, to either travel or to try new things, new food, you know. In Canada, I stocked up on these wool socks. If you're familiar with Costco, Costco has the best wool socks. It's made with extra fine merino wool. These are the ladies' crew socks. There you go. Here in Ireland, I wear wool socks like year round, especially in the fall winter, but all my socks were getting holes in them just from wearing them so much. I wear a lot of Doc Martens or, you know, heavy duty boots, so they were getting holes in them. So anyways, I stocked up on loads of these socks. So I'm gonna actually just put these 2 packs in here so that when winter comes, I've got these nice wool socks to look forward to, fresh wool socks. Okay, now I'm gonna try to get most of the stuff that's on the bed back into the wardrobe. So I still have these things on my top shelves in the wardrobe that I need to go through and organize a little bit. But I'm actually going to try to get the stuff that I'm definitely keeping back into the wardrobe now, just to free up the space in the bedroom, on the bed, because everything's getting a little bit overwhelming and I need a little bit more order in here. So that's what we're gonna do first. Put everything back into the wardrobe and then we can deal with those top shelves.
We got nowhere to be. Got nowhere to be.
I am trying to do a little bit of organization by like color coordination here. Where it gets a little bit messed up though is here on the right, and that's because here I have all of my longer items, so my jumpsuits, long dresses, all that kind of stuff. I'm keeping all those items together so that when it goes all the way down to the bottom of the wardrobe, I'm intending to not store anything on the bottom of the wardrobe there.
Oh, it feels like that, like summer air through window.
I only have about half an hour left, but I still have so much to do. So I'm gonna end up having to do quite a bit tomorrow as well. My main priority right now is to get the remaining stuff that's on the bed off of the bed so that when we go to sleep tonight, I don't have to be dealing with it. So most of the stuff that was on the bed that had to be hung up in the wardrobe is already hanging up there, so that's great. Now I need to deal with all the small items like t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. And that goes into this storage unit. So that's what I got to do now. Organize this storage unit again to the best of my ability. Like I said, this is totally a love-hate relationship. It's my best solution for right now, so we're just gonna run with it. Okay, I'm pulling everything out because, like I said, any socks that have holes in it, they are gone. So see, like this. I've seen better days. Actually, you could probably keep some for like dusting. You know, some people use socks to dust. Heartbreaking throwing things away, isn't it? Are you guys skilled at fixing socks? What is it called? Darning socks? That is not something that's in my wheelhouse. But I don't know, maybe it's something I should consider taking up. Okay, I've done as much as I can do today. We are going to like a blues music thing tonight at a pub. One of our friends is playing. So I need to eat some dinner and then we're gonna walk over there. It's gonna be like about a half-hour walk. I have made some good progress. At least like I have these things somewhat organized. I've got stuff back in the wardrobe. Most of my winter stuff I think is all aside. I still need to go through my jeans and like the top shelves of my wardrobe. And then I have a few other summer things I think in a suitcase, like in storage. So tomorrow I'll take that out as well. And we will go through my fitness stuff. Because if you can recall, all my fitness stuff is in that like storage box. It's totally spilling out, and that's what I have in the bottom of my wardrobe. So essentially tomorrow we need to deal with the top and the bottom of the wardrobe. The middle part was sorted. So that's good. I'll see you soon. Okay, so it's the next day, which is why things look a little bit different. The lighting and what I'm wearing and all of that. What we're going to do right away is tackle that box of fitness clothing that I have. I need to pull everything out from there, see what's in there, and just organize it. Hold on. That's a lot of stuff. And I think what's happened is I've put my like sweats in here, so sweatshirts and sweatpants, and really they don't fit in here. I need to fold those and put them on the shelves in the wardrobe. So right away this one, I'm gonna set that aside to go into the wardrobe. What should be in here is stuff like this, so my actual fitness tops and leggings. Might be a few things in here I can get rid of, but to be honest, not much. I'm not too bad for buying lots of fitness clothing. Like these leggings, I wear these all of the time for all my workout classes, and I've had them for, I would say like 6 or 7 years probably. So I think that's pretty good. I think I'm doing okay with that. I'm tempted, you know, I like the look of matching suits, but I just can't justify buying them right now. These things are actually an underlayer for the winter. What do you call it? You know, oh, thermals. Thermals. So I can put this with my winter stuff. Don't need it to be taking up space right now. These are my workout leggings, swimsuits, and then I also have a couple of like warm hats underneath, so seasonal stuff. These are my tops, workout tops, and shorts. That works better. I've got way more space because I took all of those sweaters and sweatpants out, and then any of the wintry things. Again, I'm going to put it into storage. I gotta deal with these shelves now. Most of the stuff that's up here has to stay. Like these are all things probably that I want to keep, but I just want to pull everything down to get a little bit more organized because I actually have more stuff I have to fit in here now, because I've got those couple of sweaters that was in my fitness box, and then I also have some towels that have to go in here. We don't have any storage for our linens, you know, so extra bedding and towels and all that stuff has to go into this closet. So yeah, I need to create a little bit more space here, and I think there might be 1 or 2 things in here that I am ready to part ways with. Stuff has been shoved in there, so it's just like a little bit messy, like these pillowcases. So I'm just going to quickly refold anything that needs to be folded. Like I said earlier, I do like to keep out a couple of sweaters in the summer because you never know with Ireland. You could definitely get some chillier weather. I have a couple of coats that I may or may not want to use through the summer. So I might put those in the back of the wardrobe. Here's the issue with the wardrobe, right? It's nice because there's storage space, but like the deep storage at the back, I can't get to easily. So I want that to be things that I'm not reaching for regularly. So I'm going to put, like I said, maybe some coats, like another raincoat or, you know, in between season sort of coat behind, just so then the stuff that I'm putting in front of it, like my everyday use jeans and sweaters and whatever, I can still access. So yeah, that's my plan. I like green. 3 different styles of coats and they're all green. Can do better. This is my denim. I've kind of categorized it so we've got our lighter washes, and then I have another pile of like darker washes. Yeah, we can do better. We can make a change for real.
it. Yeah, we can be stars. We can be the best.
I've just dragged in the suitcase that has some more summer clothes. This dress I think is really fun. Kind of like a cowboy themed dress. I might get a chance to wear this in the summer, so I'll take that out. These are just some cutesy little shorts, t-shirt. These jeans are kind of like culottes, I suppose. Like they're a little bit shorter and wider. Summer dress. There's a couple items that I'm going to leave in here because I can't foresee me having an occasion to wear it. Some of them too are maybe not like on trend this season. Like these denim shorts are pretty short and we're going for longer shorts this season, but I don't want to, you know, totally get rid of them. I might have an occasion to wear them, or I might come back to them next year. So yeah, I don't have to get rid of them right now. So I'm just going to leave them in the suitcase. And then if I have need for it, I can get it really easily. And like I said, it might come back next year. I do find if you have the room, and I mean being reasonable with yourself, as you're sort of building your wardrobe, I'm at the stage of life now where there's been things that were in style and then they stopped being in style and then they've come back in style. So I've been glad that that I've kept things that I liked anyways, and when it came back around. I don't really know if I'm making sense, but essentially, as long as you like the item, if you're not going to wear it this season, you maybe hold on to it because maybe next season you will want to wear it again, right? I don't like to get rid of things always just for the sake of getting rid of it, because I don't want to have to buy that item again. If it comes back around, let's say I like the item, but it's not really, you know, in style right now, when that inevitably comes back around, I'm probably going to like the item then, and maybe I'm going to want to repurchase it. So it's better for me to just not get rid of it in the first place. This sounds like I'm encouraging you to just hold on to all your stuff, and that's not the case, of course. But I'm just saying, be a little bit reasonable and don't just like go crazy and get rid of everything for the sake of getting rid of everything. You know, if you do have a space to kind of set some things aside, give it some time to, you know, think about it. And when you come back to it, either maybe you'll want to wear it again, or maybe it'll be time to get rid of it at that point. So anyways, that's my piece.
Just put us to the test and we'll show the world there's another way. If we just try a little every day, we can make it better. We can do better. We can be setting goals. We understand right down to the soul that we can do better.
As always, it took way longer than initially planned, but we got there in the end. So now it's time for the big reveal. I'm pretty happy actually with how it turned out. I think it's nice and organized, and I think it should be easy enough for me to maintain this, hopefully. So what I've done here is I have my like lighter wash denim, some darker denim and trousers, one more pair of light wash, and then these are my jumpers, like sweaters that I normally wear for the gym and just lounging around. Up here I've got more sweatpants. This is like a little lounge suit. And then this is where we have all of our spare bedding and a couple of towels. And then for the wardrobe itself, I did like a slight color coordination just so that I would know where to find things, because as you can see, it's still a little bit crowded. So I've got some colors and patterns over here, brighter colors, and then I've got my, you know, white tops and sweaters and whatever lighter colored things, blue, denim, green, and then like dark, you know, navy and black clothing. leopard print, different kind of patterns. And then on this side is where I have all my longer items. So jumpsuits, dresses, jackets. You can see on the bottom here, I've got some space for all the longer items. And then I've got my, you know, all the clothes, that's my fitness clothing and whatever else, swim gear, that kind of stuff, that's in here. And then this is the carry-on suitcase that I will use sometimes while traveling. Inside that suitcase, I have my backpacks and compression cubes, my liquids bag, all that stuff that I need for like a quick getaway. And then outside, just outside the flat, that's where we have like our larger suitcases, and that's where I have all my winter items stored. I swapped out some of the shoes up at the top, so my little like, you know, ankle boots, I've put those away for the summer if I need them. They're really easy access for me to grab, but I've replaced them with some sandals that I may or may not get the opportunity to wear. We'll see. Sorry for this sort of weird angle, but for my drawers, these are all my t-shirts, you know, loungewear t-shirts that I just kind of wear casually around the house. I have those on top because then they're the most easy access. Under here, we've got my pajamas. Again, something that I need every single day, so that's really easy access. These are my hair tools, you know, hair dryer, brushes, all that kind of stuff. And then underneath here, we have some cleaning supplies. So the cloths for the mop and the broom or whatever are in here. And then I also have more just like face cloths, cleaning cloths, all those kind of things. Here I've got my cotton socks, ankle socks. Underneath we've got t-shirts that are more, you know, like cropped t-shirts, summer t-shirts, that kind of thing. Bras and underwear. And then down here I've got my wool socks and Pilates like grip socks. For items I'm donating, there's this bag. It's about half full. We'll see if Steve has any stuff he wants to put into here. And then I've got these two bags as well. Like I said, some of this stuff was actually, I've been setting aside for a while, and there's a few home things in there too, but I did manage to part ways at least with a few clothing items that I haven't been wearing and I'm sure I wouldn't be wearing in the future. Anything that's in good shape, we're donating. In this bag are the items that I think aren't in good enough condition to donate. So these textiles, I think, like I said, I'm going to bring them to H&M because I know, at least they used to, I think they still do, have a program where you can donate old textiles and then they recycle it. So that's my plan for these. That was a big job, but we got there in the end. Let me know in the comments how you manage your wardrobe. Like, do you do that one in, one out rule? Do you do a declutter every so often? Do you just kind of manage things all the time? I'm always curious if you have any tips on how to better maintain your wardrobe, take care of your stuff, all those kind of things. Please leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking for new tips and tricks. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. It's always amazing whenever people actually make it to the end of the video. Stay tuned for more content like this. I definitely need to declutter the bathroom soon. And then in general, I've got some fun bookish content. I've got a video coming up on how I started a book club. We have normal reset videos, cozy vibes, all the usual things. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.